Right here, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, go ahead. Rate of unemployment for young people.
Oh, aren't you going to ask the question?
Oh, are we doing that? I'm not sure. I know I was
Yeah,
doing
you can add from the
If
question.
it's an interview, then.
Okay.
You can add from the questions, and we can edit it all.
All right.
Oh, you're going to edit her response or her question out?
Your response.
It might be a voiceover.
Yeah.
So, 2 million Philadelphians aged 20 to 24 are unemployed. This is even higher than the average rate for the city. Why is unemployment hitting young people so much harder than the average population?
Okay. This is a very serious recession that we're in. Very, very serious. Normally, we speak of recessions when unemployment rates climb, say, from 4% to 6, maybe 5 or 6, or even 6.5. We call that a recession. But this time, the unemployment rate went from 4% 4 years ago nationally to over 10% inside of a year and a half. It has fallen a little bit since then, but 8.8 plus percent unemployment, which is where we are now, April 2012, is by historical standards a very, very high rate of unemployment. Young people generally are hit harder by this. Teens and recent high school and college grads are hit harder by these kinds of unemployment rates than are the 30 and 40 and 50 somethings. Usually it's because they have less experience, and it's easier for 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds or 50 somethings to work their network and inch themselves or wedge themselves back into a job somehow than it is for teens and 20 somethings. So it's always a little higher for young people, and that's especially true when the unemployment rate is above 8%, as indeed it is right now. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the Philadelphia area has a sizable fraction of its economy dependent upon light manufacturing and other manufacturing. And manufacturing has been very, very hard hit during this recession. So that boosts the regional unemployment rate, which is not particularly high compared with some parts of the country. But it does boost it up, and it means that young people will take a special hit, as they always do in these kinds of recessions. So I guess in answer to your question, why is it higher for young people? It always is.
So, what can young people do to, I guess, boost their chances of getting a job? Is there any way?
Well, let me see. Probably not much is my short answer to that question. What you were I think, going to ask me a little earlier was, what's my prediction for how long we're going to be in this pit? And that is how long we have to suffer these 8.5% rates of unemployment, and when is it going to come down? And my short answer to that is this is likely to persist for some time. All the projections say the unemployment rate is likely to remain high for years yet. And I think that is because there is no national determination, political determination, to get it down. That is, what would be required is a very aggressive macroeconomic stimulus policy, such as the one we had several years ago. We had a policy which got it down from what it might have been had that policy not been undertaken, the stimulus package in 2008. Had that not been done, the unemployment rate would have gone to 12% instead of the 10 that it did go to. So it helped, but it just was too little. And we do not have a mood in the country on the part of either political party, really, to mount another major stimulus campaign, which is what would be required to lift us out of this pit. If not through a stimulus package of the type we had 3 or 4 years ago, then, in my opinion, what is called for is direct job creation by government at all levels, state governments, local governments, school districts, counties, and the federal government. There is plenty of important work that needs to be done. The city is filthy. We need to double or triple the sizes of the street cleaning crews. The trash around the city, the abandoned cars, the houses, all of that needs to be vigorously attacked. And that is the kind of work, plus the cleanup of toxic waste sites, plus taking care of our grandparents in old folks' homes, fixing